want to break down why it's called the new Earth and the old Earth. Let me tell you, there's only one Earth. There's no new Earth or no old Earth, or no old way and no new way. When you talk about the old way now, you're giving it some credit. When you talk about the new way now, you think it's the way that you're doing it, so it's new. Oh boy. And it's nothing to put these things down. I love that people are trying to upgrade the world with the way they talk. But if they're not doing it with the way they act, then it makes no sense. There's people that are very unconscious trying to act like they're conscious. Like, hey, let me drive around in my gas guzzler because I feel bored and I don't want to look at the nature that I'm surrounded by because it bores me. You know, that kind of silly stuff. Someone who has no problem smushing a bug because they think bugs are useless. But let's think about Earth, okay? E-A-R-T-H. What is first? What is fourth? What is fifth? What is sixth? Why is that like that? Well, let me tell you why. Because once 4 or 5 people agree on it, it becomes square. It becomes what you think. The Q is in the word square because it becomes on Q. Quintessence is 5 because it's a Q. It's what's on Q with everybody else. Okay? Now you'll get this in a minute. When you earn something, you think you've earned it. The word ear is right there. A year for you and a year for the world. It's what the world together compares and says, this is what this ear was. This yonder from the ear for what we yoked through what we heard and believed. And then when you say my ear, it's what you heard and believed in your ear. And now you've taken it for your ear. 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 Your ear. Ear. Come on. Think about it. It's not just here, but it's everything that you sense and take inside. What you hear with your inner ear. Like we have an inner eye, we also have an inner ear. We also have an inner mouth, or inner taste, inner touch. Like, of course we do. Have you ever had a stomach ache and it hurts and no one's touching you? That's your inner touch. That's you not knowing that your body's talking to you at all times. Okay? Now, when people smush and smash animals, it's because they think animals are bad. They think animals, or insects especially, are pests. Well, if you think something's a pest, how do you act towards it? The way that you heard they are, E-H-E-A-R-D. So here, with that H, ear, D, I've described. I heard it in my ear, so I described it as this. This is what I've derived from what I hear from people, heard. And then you go around saying animals and insects are pests. So we've got to kill them off. So guess what those beings, those living things are going to do when they see you, when you act like they're a pest, because you thought they were. And you act towards them in a way that seems like you're either trying to keep them away, kill them off, harm them, or do something negative in some form or fashion. Well, they're going to respond to you in a negative way. Come on, man. People aren't just, they're not using their brains. The reason insects seem to be pests to some people is because you've treated them like it for a long time. And once you stop treating them like it, they're going to hold on to that for a little bit until you say, hey, I'm going to let you crawl on me this time because, we treated you really bad for a long time. It took me a while for insects to actually ease up around me. And now they do. They don't fear me trying to smash them or smush them. When I'm around other people, like my dad or my brothers or my mom, I try a lot. I pay a lot of attention to the bugs to get them away so that my mom, dad, brother won't smash them. When I'm there, they try to consciously do it, but eventually they're like, that bug, and smash it. And I'm thinking, like, that bug's just here. I'm sitting here. Am I bothering you? Are you going to smash me? If the bug doesn't land on you, but it lands on the table, who cares? There's a bug on the table. A fly landed on the table. Smash it. No, they aren't distributing diseases like you think they are. Do you know that stuff grows in shit? And flies eat shit? The reason they eat and they live on shit is because it grows things. It grows their babies. And when they come over and they land on a food or something, they're actually fertilizing you in a weird way. If you're good to them, they'll do good to you. If you do bad to them, they'll do bad to you or try to stay away from you. That's just how it works. They're living among us, so they don't just act as if they have to be scared all the time. They'll still interact and be around us until we start acting aggressive towards them. And they fly away, or they run away, or they sting, or they bite when they're encountered or can't get away or escape. They have to. What do you think we caused? We caused it. We, the people, have come along and distorted the nature to because we've feared it. Fear. F-E-A-R. It's the further action of what you've heard into your ear and what you've distinguished it to be. That's what fear is. You don't know fear at all. Even the people who try to explain it don't know it. I was there to create the emotion. Before I created letters, I created the emotion. And I remember those. And I can explain them. But I can't do it until I do letters and people start taking it seriously and seeing that this is really going on. It always has. It always will. Whether you take it serious or not, blow up the world, go to space, do all kinds of cool stuff with artificial intelligence, those are all just letter combinations that you can't escape from. Because I made it that way. I made it that way. Dan Alexander, the being that he is, the spirit that is within him, is part of God. That I. Not just Dan, but Dan, the body that sounds God, the truth. And the truth speaks through him all the time. Why do you think you talk about God as him? Because it was going to be a person when it happened. Because I made it that way. Because I was a male when I did it. I'm not a male anymore. I look like one. I'm considered one. But I'm not what I've heard. I'm not what anyone tells me. I'm exactly what I know I am. Why do you think the word first is the same kind of sound as earth, but you spell them different? Because it's from how it goes into your body. It's how the system works. The sounds can sound the same. The letters mean something. Because when you write them down, you change people's look at them. And they look at them differently. They take those patterns into their head. And now, after we've learned those words and we've associated those sounds, that's where the power of the word comes in just more than the power of the shape of the letter. Because we shape them with our mouth. We shape them with the wind through our bodies, and then other people hear them with the vibration in the wind from our mouth into their ear canal, and then they interpret it the way they do inside their brain. And it becomes new information, because that's the plan plus. We are plants. We are walking, talking plants. If you're a walking, talking animal, you're a beast. You're a madman. Then you've got a problem with yourself, and you don't want to admit it, because you're going to get offended. Instead of get offended, go in yourself. Go inside yourself and ask your body what it's trying to tell you. And contemplate a little bit about what I'm saying. Your body doesn't want the garbage you're putting in it. The things you're watching, the things you're eating, your body doesn't want it. Your thoughts might think you want them because you're stuck on them and you're addicted to them. And you don't want to admit it. Everybody's afraid to say, I have a lot of problems. And I've been confused. I don't know how to fix it. Well, I can help you. And this is where it starts. This is one of the steps. To accept that you've always made it all up in your head, and now you can see what it really is around you and act the way you should. You can live in unison. You can live in harmony. You can be part of the one. And it all comes from you, starting now. Okay? Till next time.